if you're gonna get into this hobby and into this game of bank bonuses and credit cards and travel hacking and all that, you're gonna really need to be organized, all right? And so I hope that today's video enlightens you a little bit about how you can be organized and keep track of everything that you've opened and that you have out there, because it's only gonna make you more successful in this hobby. Organization skills, super, super important. And I think honestly, really just important information for your financials in general, even if you're not doing this kind of hobby, but kind of how to organize your finances and keep track of everything. And maybe I'm a bit of a freak for how I do all this, but regardless, I think it's good information. So let's get into it. We're gonna jump over to the computer and take it from there. Okay guys, welcome to my spreadsheet here. We'll go ahead and open it here. So as I mentioned on the other video, I'm borrowing this spreadsheet from RJ Financial over to Profitable Content and Run on the Bank. Make sure to check out his awesome YouTube channel as well. In fact, I'm gonna move myself over here so that I'm kind of out of the way. So essentially this is kind of where I keep track of the bonuses that I open throughout the year. I try to put in as much information as I think is relevant. So first you're gonna wanna obviously have this for organizing. Name of your bank, the status, which, obviously you can choose the status, what type of account it is, how much the bonus is. Usually I'll change the color from black if it's not done to green when it pays out. Obviously the sign up date, and then your requirements. This is probably important, and I'm, again, not perfect at organization skills, but what we're looking at here, date completed when the bonus was done, and then when it paid out. And then usually I do try to put in the date the account was closed, just so I know if I can kind of churn it and redo it again. For example, Wells Fargo is a great one that you can do every 12 months. So I do put in that date so that I'm aware, like, hey, if I can do this again and it's within a year, then I know what date it is. So this is kind of your bare minimum, I would say, for staying organized, at least with bank account bonuses. And so that's kind of what I use for that. So yeah, again, I'll link to this, and RJ said it's cool if we share it. So, I think all of my 20 subscribers, which I'm super grateful for, and we're growing, but that's kind of how that looks. If we jump over to, so I'm a big budget guy, and I'll probably do another in-depth video with what's called YNAB. I'm sure that some of you have probably heard of it, but it's called You Need a Budget, so that's hence the name YNAB. Now I kind of use this pretty extensively to keep track of all of my bank accounts that I open, so that I can see, okay, I've got $5 left in this account. Because when you're opening 30 accounts, $5 here and there, it adds up quite a bit, and you don't want to leave that money out there. At least I don't. So that's kind of how that works. So if we jump over here to YNAB, this is just a test budget I just opened. Didn't really want to put all my financial stuff out there, but anyways, promise I don't make that much money. But anyways, if you open up YNAB, this is just basically how it looks when you open up your account. Every time I open a bank account, so let's jump back over here. Let's say we'll just go to my most recent. So Blue Peak, I just opened Blue Peak and I got approved. You can link it. I personally don't link it because I know if I link it and it's just something auto, I won't tend to, check it. Doing it unlinked forces me to look at this every day. And so I am, like I said, kind of a freak about it. But if you hit unlinked, let's just name this Blue Peak. And then it's obviously a checking account, and our current balance is 0 since we just opened it. Awesome, okay? So let's say we put our initial deposit to Blue Peak in there, excuse me. And then obviously we'll go over a lot of this in more detail, but for now we can just ignore this. We'll just choose, I don't know, there's not even a savings. Can you believe that? They put this in here, I don't even see a savings account. That's ridiculous. Okay. We'll just put we're pulling this from our pool of money here, and our outflow, or our inflow rather, because we're depositing. let's say we had to put $10 in to open the account. Okay, so bang, that's awesome. We reconcile the account. Now there's $10 in there. Cool. Okay, so then we do the bonus. Let's look at the terms here. You know, we earn $100 for opening the checking account, which I am still waiting on. That should hit here pretty soon. Blue Peak is going to be an interesting bank. So anyways, let's say I open that and complete that. I get paid out from Blue Peak the $100 or whatever, right? So I come in here, add a new transaction for $100 that came in. Cool, bang, I've got $110 in there now, right? So instead of here, like here just tells me, oh, there's $100 in there, or there's 400 once I complete it. You know, until you actually go into the account, like you just don't know. So this is kind of how I keep track of everything. And then I have, you know, obviously my list of like like 15 to 20 bank accounts at a time that I have open. And then once those are, you know, completed, and let's say I'm ready to pull my money out, you know, obviously I'll come in here and we'll just really quickly add like my main checking, all right, wherever that is. And then we'll put, you know, say we've got 0 in there, right? So here's my main checking. I'm ready to pull my money out of Blue Peak. So then I'll just do a transfer to my main checking. And I'll go ahead and put our outflow this time as $100. Now, most bank accounts, at least with credit unions, they're going to make you buy that membership share, right? So that's kind of what that $10 is. So let's say we can only pull out the 100, right? So we pull out our 100. Well, now we've still got $10 in there, but you're only going to get that 10 back once you close the bank account, and then from there you got to wait for a check, right? So anyways, we pulled our 100 back out, so that's awesome. But now we've got this $10 in here. So if I leave this account open for, say, referrals, then, you know, I'm leaving it open. Then I know, like, okay, a year from now, hey, I've still got $10 in that account. And if there's multiple referral accounts that you're doing, like, obviously you're going to want to keep track of that money. I mean, that can add up pretty quickly. So anyways, if you're not doing that, you're ready to close the account, you know, call the bank up, say, hey, sorry, we robbed you. Now we're ready to go ahead and close down the checking account. Cool, they close your account, and now you get a check in the mail for that $10. Awesome, you know it's from Blue Peak. Deposit that check into our checking account, and then we outflow that $10 and reconcile it. Oops, I'm in the way. And then, yes, we have $0 left in here. And then from that point, I can go in here and hit close account. So that's kind of like essentially how I keep track of all of my, you know, bank accounts. And if you wanted to like kind of keep track of your credit cards, you can also do kind of the same thing. So, you know, you just hit an unlinked account. Let's call it our Chase Sapphire. I spelled that wrong. That's embarrassing. Preferred, right? And I probably spelled that wrong. And then we just choose credit card instead of checking account. And let's say our balance is 0, right? So now I kind of go through and I do the same thing. So, I mean, obviously you're going to see how much you owe, like when you open the account, but this is just a nice, like, one-stop shop. Here's everything regarding my financials. And I actually go through and I manually do this like every day. So maybe I'm a little bit weird for doing that, but it's really helped me kind of keep track of all of my stuff that I have out there. Now, as far as keeping track of your credit cards and like the sign-up bonuses for those, you know, you can kind of do that with like another app. You can open another spreadsheet. In fact, I think RJ might have another spreadsheet. I actually don't use a spreadsheet for my credit cards. I probably should, but instead I use an app called Travel Freely. It kind of works for me. It lets you, you know, essentially just add what you need to put in there for information on the card, and then it tells you like your 524 status, and if you don't know what that is, that's okay. We'll get to that in another video, but for the purposes of this video and to keep it shorter, this is kind of what you're looking at for organizing, at least how I organize my bank accounts and keep track of them, and my credit cards as well. So I know exactly what's coming in, what's going out, and then, you know, we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive on YNAB. And if you want to see that from me, you can also let me know in the comments if it's super, you know, if it's a priority for you. I can kind of show you that because there is a whole budgeting side to this as well. It is a paid thing. I think you can get like your first 31 days or something free. If you're interested in that, I think there's a referral link. I'll leave a referral link or something in there where you can try the free version of YNAB for like a month just to kind of see if it helps you, if you like it. Obviously, there may be better ways or different ways of doing this. I'm just sharing how I do it. So I hope that it's useful to you and that you're able to, you know, better track where your money's at and really not lose out on, you know, if you've got 5 accounts open with $10 in them and you forget about them, you know, that's a $50 loss. So, you know, at least until you remember about it. So this is just a great way to keep track of everything, especially if you're going to hit this hard. I think just in general, it's probably good to have something like this so that you can see everything up in front and, yeah, keep track of it. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video today. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video, popping in a few different Discords and sharing this stuff. So appreciate you guys who are coming over and sharing the love as well. But yeah, I'm about to take off for a trip to South Africa for a couple weeks. So I'm going to try to do a couple videos, hopefully get them recorded and edited before I leave here in a couple days, and then that way I can kind of schedule them out and have them ready to go, just so I don't leave you guys hanging, because I kind of decided to start this at a bad time. But that's on me, not you. So we'll see you in the next video.